What's happening, everybody? Time for another session of malt reviews. We got another miniature sample here. We're gonna do Dalmore 50, and we've had Dalmore 25. We've already done Dalmore 50. We got Dalmore 25, and we've had it poured already for a good 30 minutes. So it's really been breathing, and we've actually been nosing it while it's breathing. We've already done the Dalmore 21. And in our opinion, that was good whiskey, but not really worth the price tag. So we're very curious about the 25-year-old here. And again, if you haven't seen us do any reviews, we got these from Master of Malt. It's just a little 1 ounce sample. Great way to try whiskeys that where you can't afford or want to spend the money. And sometimes you buy an expensive bottle and you just don't want to open it yet. It's another way to try what you have and be able to keep the bottle on the side. So anyways, without further ado, Dalmore 25, it's bottled at 42% alcohol. Color-wise, we have a nice amber color. And to the nose. It's luxurious. It's right away I get almond paste, marzipan, chocolate, orange chocolate covered, like orange chocolate.
I get like super drenched, gooey apricots and peaches, as well as I get a lot of the traditional Dalmore glazed almonds I always talk about, and I get very, very sweet, young and fresh pipe tobacco. And like a nice young cedar Habano tobacco box, even more so than I get in the Dalmore 21 from last time.
Yeah, absolutely. It's got all that. Right away, I got that almondy nuttiness, and definitely after that, for me, came that fruitiness, and as well, lightly in the background, that sweet tobacco-ness. And then you definitely have the orange, the chocolate, along with a little bit of smokiness, almost a little bit of smokiness. Very, very enjoyable. You can tell it's aged. You're even getting light hints of that leather and furniture quality where you get with the sherried whiskey. It's very balanced whiskey, very luxurious whiskey. Something that I think when we did the 21, where compared to the price tag, I wasn't really getting that feel of an extremely high-end whiskey, even though the price tag would suggest that it should be. Very enjoyable. Awesome. Palate?
Absolutely.
All right.
So far, so good.
Oh wow. It's very luscious on the palate. It starts off not overly oaky, but pretty spicy, very fruity. And then after the fruit come the chocolate and orange. Then comes the drying effects of leather and oak. And you're also getting some of that cigar that Mike was talking about, along with a little bit of the smokiness. It all comes back on the palate, what you got on the nose, and the sides of my tongue and in the back of the tongue is where the drying wood spice effects are in there, and it really, really adds to the whiskey. Without it, I would score this whiskey less, actually. I could right away feel it is so adding to it, because the lusciousness is all in the front, and the drying aged effects are more in the back. It balances out really, really well. Really, really well. And I've never actually tried this whiskey before, and right away that was really enjoyable effect.
I'm gonna say everything Narby said, and then add in again, just like the nose, the palate is pretty much equal. right on the front, the first thing I got was those gushing, gooey, like glazed, dripping, super sweet peaches, and now plums and apricots, and even like a little bit of dark fig drenched in like balsamic vinegar. And then totally on the front, all fruit forward. And then the back, all that sweet tobacco and everything that Narby said. Very impressive.
This is really an excellent whiskey. On a second sip, I'm feeling the same about it. In terms of that lusciousness, just explodes, and the drying aged effects more in the background, and it all combines together, and the finish just keeps lingering. This bottle, I think, depending on where you live, probably goes for anywhere from around $800 to $1,000. It is a very expensive bottle, and I can't help myself to want to compare it to the Macallan 25, even though Macallan 25 is even more expensive now. It's gone up in price, but a very good whiskey. Obviously, when we did the Dalmore 50, that was mind-blowing. Just one of the best whiskeys ever. The 21 compared to the price was a little disappointing. This one is very, very good. I'm not sure if you have the money, it might be worth it, but either way, a very good whiskey. For me, it scores at a 92 out of 100.
I give it the exact same thing.
Yeah.
92.
Yeah. 92 out of 100. I think we scored the Macallan 25 at 93 out of 100. So not quite at that level, but either way, an amazing whiskey, and Dalmore really knows what they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll see you guys for another malt review soon, you guys. Check you later.